Many wars come and go. Today, it's Ukraine and Russia. Tomorrow, some other country. But the only war that seems to remain constant is America at war with itself. How else would one refer to the state of a nation where the number of weapons exceeds its population? Almost 2 decades ago, the Columbine High School massacre left 15 dead. Ten years ago, at Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting, 20 children were killed. It's 2022, and a similar tragedy has taken place at an elementary school in Texas, killing 19 children and 2 teachers.
They wore green high-top Converse with a heart she had hand-drawn on the right toe because they represented her love of nature. Camilla's got these shoes. Can you show these shoes, please? Wore these every day. Green Converse with a heart on the right toe.
One massacre is termed the deadliest until another happens, and new victims and school names get added to the list. Nearly 53 people are shot dead by firearms every day in the United States. More than 8 mass shootings have taken place in the United States after Tuesday's shooting at Robb Elementary School. 8 people have been killed and 45 injured in the 5 days following the tragedy in Texas. This is taking place in a country that doesn't hesitate to send its troops to faraway lands looking for weapons of mass destruction, as it did in Iraq, or a 20-year misadventure like in Afghanistan. But how is Washington responding to these tragedies at home? Nothing concrete, as it talks about being paralyzed by influential forces. Let's go back to the roots of paralysis. The Second Amendment of the Constitution gives every American the right to bear and carry arms. So how can the right to bear arms live in peaceful coexistence with an American's right to life and liberty? There is yet another complication. An entire gun lobby stands tall to protect gun laws. The National Rifle Association is the most powerful gun lobby that influences Congress members on gun policy. It supports candidates who vow to safeguard the Second Amendment.
The existence of evil in our world is not a reason to disarm law-abiding citizens who know how to use their weapon and can protect a lot of people.
The NRA conducted its annual convention on the 27th of May, unwavered in its support for gun rights even after the Texas tragedy. According to them, guns are not to be blamed for gun violence in America.
For millions of Americans, the right to keep and bear arms is not theoretical, it's not abstract. For a single mom in a dangerous neighborhood, it is a matter of basic security.
Calling out the Republicans in Congress and saying, start going to the funerals of these babies if you have no heart. And then you walk out of there and say, I will not make the changes to protect Americans.
While the gun lobby and Republicans condemn the perpetrators and such crimes, they use their might to stop gun reforms. So, even if a gun reform bill gets majority in the Senate, it can still get stalled.
March together, hand in hand, and make sure that we change the laws that resulted in an 18-year-old being able to go into a store and buy an AR-15, the same kind of gun, bought by another white 18-year-old in Texas that slaughtered a group of children just simply sitting in their classrooms and 2 brave teachers. So we're saying here in New York, we will lead, but The rest of the states, shame on you if you don't. This is a moment of reckoning.
Recently, a large number of states could be seen eliminating restrictions on who can carry guns. Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed a bill that permitted carrying handguns without a license. This year, Georgia eliminated the need for a permit to carry guns. This was backed by the NRA. Forbes' report suggests that selling guns is a lucrative business in the United States.
My administration has taken a series of actions right away, from strengthening our background check system, to helping schools hire more resource officers if they want them, to directing the Centers for Disease Control to study the best ways to reduce gun violence.
Former President Barack Obama made about 17 attempts to get the common sense gun laws passed, but the Congress at the time rejected these, and Obama resorted to executive actions to give legal backing to his plans.
As a nation, we have to ask, when in God's name are we going to stand up to the gun lobby? When in God's name we do what we all know in our gut needs to be done?
In President Biden's address to the nation after the Texas shooting incident, he urged the nation to stand up to the powerful gun lobby.
I am sick and tired of it. We have to act. And don't tell me we can't have an impact on this carnage.
Last year, the Biden administration came up with a comprehensive strategy to combat gun crime and ensure safety. But till America collectively gets going to combat gun violence, what happened at Robb Elementary School may tragically not be the last time. A Times Online report.